What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, that means you're new. I'm Mark. What's good with y'all? Go check out my other videos. Now, if you don't know who I am, I can't blame you. I haven't been posting in like a couple weeks. I'm sorry. All right. Life is stressful. I'm sure y'all can agree. All right. So, with that being said, this video's topic, because I am going to do multiple today, is going to be another debunking gun myth. All right. So, I kind of, I get into arguments a lot about this one in particular. Rose, you better not be fucking with my camera by walking around, girl. Not in the mood for none of that. Neck hurts like hell. So, as I was saying though, this gun myth I'm going to be debunking today is the concept that's often honestly pushed by anti-gunners that the shorter the barrel means that it's deadly. The shorter the barrel equates to the firearm being deadlier due to the fact that it's more concealable. That's the best way to phrase it. And I'm sure anybody who has any idea on, what a barrel actually does for the projectile can tell you right now that that's not true at all. As the shorter the barrel is, the more velocity it loses. Why? Well, because there's a lot of unburnt gunpowder that realistically, through a longer barrel, would have been burnt up, providing an outward force to, what I'm saying, does press that bullet out at a better rate of velocity. Now, we're going to take the 5.56 round for example. That was a little louder than I meant for that to be. We're going to take the 5.56 round for example, because of course there are other rounds, like for example 7.62 by 39. Believe it or not a lot of people like to agree with this. While it was made for a 16-inch barrel, shortening the barrel doesn't generally affect its velocity anywhere near as much as I said, we'll say like a 5.56, because, well, that round in particular is more meant for a shorter ranged distance. However, there are also, rounds that they're just meant to perform in short barrels, like 300 blackout. You know what I mean? So we're gonna, of course, it all depends on the type of ammo you use when it comes to I guess statistics or ballistics, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Realistically, in this sense, I guess it could kind of mean the same thing. Of course, it does matter what kind of ammo you're using, things like that. However, when I am speaking on, the velocity and shit like that, this is going to be, a average usually. And if you guys really want to argue with me about this, I got these numbers from the SDI, Sonoran Desert Institute. Not a shout out, but thanks for the information. So, with that being said, let's go and get this topic started. So, the 5.56 round, for example, was meant for a 20-inch barrel. Now, the average here for a 20-inch barrel 5.56 going about 3,100 feet per second with about a max range of 600 yards. All right, that's pretty damn good. That's solid, right? Now you're going to notice something. As the shorter the barrel gets, the less velocity it has. It matches up with exactly what I've been telling y'all. 18-inch. 3,050 feet per second with a max range of 500 yards. And once again, that's at 18-inch barrel. Excuse me, I don't know if I said that. 18-inch barrel compared to 20. Already losing a little bit of velocity there. Let's drop down to 16. We're at 2,800 feet per second with a max range of 500 yards. Look, just from, the 4 inches right there, we have dropped 300 feet per second with a max range drop of 100 yards. That's a big difference just from the 4 inches of barrel that's missing there. Look, guys, don't let your lady tell you that 4 inches ain't a lot. You tell her to look up the differences in barrel length, and then she can argue, then. You see what I mean? So don't let her put y'all down. All right. So 14.5-inch barrel, though, we're looking at 2,750 feet per second with a max range. About a max range of 300 yards. That's not too good. Now, I will say 14.5-inch, that's, very generous for it being a short barreled rifle. Most people, when they have an SBR, they like to go a good bit lower for some reason. They like to go, let's get a 10.5-inch 5.56. What? Like, what are you doing? You look stupid. And I'm about to get into why in a minute. about to get into why in a second. But let's go ahead and move on to 12.5 inches. We're looking at about 2,600 feet per second. That's Keep in mind, guys, the start where we were at with, 20-inch barrel was 3,100 feet per second. We have lost 500 feet per second on average. Like, I'm gonna be real with y'all, that's a decent amount of energy right there that the round didn't necessarily need to lose. You know what I mean? And for example, we'll say 5.56. It's not, granted, it does its job. It doesn't pack the most energy when it hits its target compared to a round like 7.62 by 39. It's meant to, do better at a further distance. So shortening the barrel, all you're doing is just screwing over what the round was essentially made for, in my opinion. Now, once again, there are other rounds where, you know, we're in a blackout. It's made to function in a short barrel. That's what it's made for. However, and I'm sure you're wondering why you only focusing on 5.56. Well, generally speaking, this is more so, I guess. I guess it's kind of a little, slap in the face to to the little anti-gun people, right? A little slap in the face of them, then a little come back slap in the face of the people who sit there and just buy a bunch of AR pistols. They're like, oh yeah, I put them 5.56s in you. Well, here's the problem: is that I said 12.5 inches, 10.5 inches. All right, 5.56 averages of 2,500 feet per second with a max range of 200 yards. All right, you know what? I'm about to be real petty. Hang on one moment, guys. Y'all are about to see me be very petty. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Come on. Any year now, man, and it'll stop being fucking slow. I'm going to be a dick here. I'm going to pull up the velocity at 9 millimeter. All right. So, ready for this, guys? A 9 mil plus P hollow point is moving at about 1,500. So you're telling me that a 5.56, all right, out of a 10.5 inch barrel is only moving 1,000 feet per second faster than the 9 mil plus P out of, hell, probably a 4-inch barrel at most? Come on, that's fucking despicable, y'all. That I have an issue with that here. You're just neutering the round at that point. And you guys are wondering where I'm getting this from, as far as 9 mil goes, is from ballistics101.com. If y'all want to argue with them, go ahead and argue with them. I'm just reading what I'm getting from there. So, with that being the case, I just think as I said, you're just neutering around. You're not doing anything that's necessarily going to be good for yourself. Now, another thing, too, that not a lot of people like to think about, actually, a couple of things that not a lot of people like to think about with a shorter barrel. One, more muzzle flash. Why? Because there's more unburnt gunpowder. Two, all right, and hold on, actually, let me get back to the muzzle flash. Let's say if you're using, your AR pistol or your Draco for like a home defense situation, that muzzle flash is really gonna fuck up you aiming. I swear it will. I cannot make that shit up. It will fuck up you aiming. So just remember that, guys. But let's say 5.56, for example, is already a concussive round. It's already loud, especially in an enclosed area. It's already loud out of a 16-inch. It's going to be a lot louder, damn near, not like permanently deafening, but fucking deafening is a word that I could use to describe it when we're talking using that. Hold on one second, I gotta climb this. Sorry, Mama. I'll call you later. uh, as a fuck, I lost my train of thought now. God damn it. Jeez, Mama. If y'all are wondering, Mama was my grandmother on my dad's side. She was calling me. I don't even remember why she was calling me. I had a question for her. I had a question for her, but I figured out the answer. And I told her that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to ignore it for now. Uh, However, let's get back to barrel length. All right. As I said before, it had a 10.5 inch barrel, 5.56. It's not too good. It's going to be a very concussive round. It's already a concussive round, but it's going to be very fucking loud, especially indoors, especially with that short of a barrel length. It is not going to be fun for you guys to use by any standards, and all you're doing is just neutering the round. I, I'm not trying to be a dick here, but that is the truth. I mean, we could argue about this all day and night about, oh yeah, well, it's easier to maneuver around with. Sure, but here's the problem: a 16-inch barrel isn't hard to maneuver with. I hate to break, excuse me, I hate to break this to you guys, but it's not. I've cleared my home with a 16-inch barreled AR plenty of times. Able to turn the corners. I'm able to do everything, not a fucking problem. So I really think that entire point of, oh well, it'll be easier to maneuver, it'll be a little bit lighter. If you're worried about it being lighter, then why the fuck did you even get that gun in the first place? You could have gotten a gun that's a tiny bit lighter. They have, like, there's options for pretty much everybody when it comes to guns. So I'm just being real with you guys. The whole point that, like, look, here's the thing. I want to address the little, the anti-gun crowd here, for a second. It's like, oh yeah, well, it does make it more concealable. Here's the truth of the matter, right? Hold on. Ah, shit. You know what? I'm not gonna be able to get up because of the fucking cords here. All right. I would love to see anybody. What? Yeah. Can you grab me my AR, baby? Thank you. All right. All right. And for the safety Nazis, you can see. I can see. It is clear. All right. So. Hold on one moment, y'all. There we are. Stock off. All right. So, guys, look. Granted, this is a 16-inch barrel. However, remove this bitch because we're going to talk about, shorter than 16-inch barrels. We're looking at AR pistols. So, have fun. We'll cut the barrel down to here. All right. Couldn't give you an exact measurement of what that would be. That is still nowhere near concealable by any fucking standard, guys. The barrel is right here where the barrel ends right here. How is this still concealable, y'all? I can't put this in my fucking pants and conceal carry it like I can a pistol. I can't do any of that shit. So the entire logic behind that, oh yeah, well, it makes it a little more concealable, is absolutely fucking retarded. If there's actually no logic behind it. It's just a shitty fucking argument that anti-gunners like to use because they want to ban every fucking gun known to man. All right. Thank you, babe. All right. Let me put the mag back in here before I continue. And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna keep my AR up here. I think it's actually appropriate because I've been talking about the 5.56 round a lot. Why not? A little guest here, I guess you could say. Just the idea overall that having a shorter barrel makes the firearm more deadly is honestly asinine. It doesn't come from a place of logic or truth. It comes from a place of emotion and it can shoot these big bullets, but it's smaller, so it's easier to hide. Oh, that's so scary. When the truth of the matter is that, one, I hate to break this to you guys, when we're talking about actual, projectile sizing, right? This is a 9 mil, right? Although the projectile is a 38 caliber projectile. That's the caliber of the bullet. These are smaller calibered of a bullet. Now, granted, it's a it's a higher calibered cartridge than 9 mil. However, we're gonna say, oh yeah, those big bullets. These are the fucking bullets, guys, right here, not the whole fucking thing. So I don't know. There's just a lot of issues with this argument, and it tends to come from a place of just ignorance, fear, and hate for the Second Amendment, what we kind of fought for as Americans, when it came to getting our rights. That being said, I think that's a good place to end this video. Y'all, of course, go ahead and make sure to like. Actually, no, before I go on all that, let me just do my final overview. Do you need a shorter barrel? No, you don't. You can get, you of course can get guns, with shorter barrels. That's all up to you. It's your choice. However, is it going to be a great idea as far as if you want the round to do its full capabilities? No. But I'm not against shorter barrels overall. I think the concept is cool. I just wish you wouldn't lose the velocity that you lose. Oh, jeez. Sorry about that, y'all. Phone's about to die again. But as I said, with that being the case, I definitely got to wrap this up then. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell. When you hit that bell, hit all. And you know what? Because you agree with me on this, right? You don't need to have a short barrel, all right? Because you're just going to lose velocity. You can if you want to, but you just don't need to. Go ahead and check out the podcast channel, Adam's channel, Centerfire Podcast, Gun.Net TV. Y'all know what the deal is. Y'all make sure to stay legal, stay safe, stay dangerous. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.